Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Brian, along with my co-host, Brett.
Howdy.
We're here to talk Farmer Wants a Wife, Season 1, Episode 3. This one's called Why Won't He Kiss Me? So pretty funny title here because later in the episode, finally everyone gets together. They kind of get to talk about what's been going on in the different farms. And a lot of people find out that Farmer Ryan's been kissing everybody. And he's the only one that's been doing it. So a couple girls are jealous. I think the guys are kind of surprised.
The guys are
But
jealous.
yeah, the guys, yeah, definitely jealous.
He's like,
They
man,
also
I've kissed almost all my girls. You guys need to get smoother.
right, right, and they also find out, or Farmer Allen finds out that he didn't really need to eliminate anybody, but he said it was for the right reasons that he did that. But I'm thinking that maybe next time we'll probably see a little more cuts. I mean, there was a cut today. We'll get to that. But before they all had to go to a rodeo. Before I get there, we kind of thought at the end of episode 2 that Megan was going to leave because she didn't want to be on camera. Hunter like persuades her and she decides to stay. So I don't think we really saw her that much this episode, but just a little programming note that just to let people know that she's still around.
She still exists.
Yeah. As the thing about the show is like if you're not on camera, there's not a lot of like background of stuff going on. They really focused. They went to a rodeo today. They showed a lot of the rodeo. Have you been to
Which
a
I
rodeo?
liked. I think I've been to a rodeo or some type of rodeo in the past. I don't think it was as big as that one, but I liked getting to see what I guess the rodeo was.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
I've never been to a rodeo, so I have no problem with it. It kind of had some like tie-ins with the date because some of the girls like sat near the farmers and were like trying to ask them questions, and like some were more engaging with others, and like later like Talia is somebody she's trying to talk to Farmer Hunter, and he's just like stonewalling her pretty much. I don't know
yeah.
if that was more editing or but like it just was funny.
Yeah, because she kept during the rodeo, her and another girl were next to Hunter, and she kept asking him questions, and
Yeah,
he'd be like, "Yeah, this happens," and just look back straight. And then when he was explaining stuff, he's like, "Hey, you, this is
right.
happening," and
I
he
don't
wasn't
remember
doing
who
it
it
to her.
was, but yeah, he was like going
It was the
like
girl he
into
picks on the
detail
date.
about it. What's that?
Well, the girl Hunter was talking to, like that he liked, was the one he ended up giving his date to
Oh,
later.
okay, Stephanie. So Stephanie, then
Yeah,
he was talking to. Okay, yeah,
which
it
is
was
like
like
the first time we've
oh,
even seen her. So I don't even know who half the people are on this cast still. Like I don't recognize them or even like know their names because there's just not enough, screen time yet.
yeah. Like the only reason I know some of them is by adding pictures in this video in the like edits. So yeah, we're on the same page as the viewer. Anybody watching this, we're with you here. We don't really know everybody just quite yet. So like I said, they go to a rodeo. When they get there, the guys and girls are separated, and like I said, they talk. This is where like some of the girls are like, "Oh, how's everything going?" Like you saw, like I guess some friendships when they were doing the speed dating that I don't know how any of these people like gravitate towards people that they're not like spending time with because there hasn't really been a lot of time for them to just hang out. So there must have been like a lot of things that like we said, we wish we saw a little more pre episode 1. Like everyone's like super friendly.
Mm-hmm. Some girls were going over to the girls from other farms and complaining about the girls on
Yeah,
their farm.
right. So like, where is that friendship there? So I don't know. Maybe. Well, I mean, they had to have been doing something on when they were like speed dating. There was like so it was 32 girls and 3 at a time or 4 at a time. So 28 of them are just sitting idle. So maybe that's when they were just chatting it up. Like I said, Ryan finds out he's the only one that kissed. Landon, Allen, and Hunter haven't. They're a little jealous. Like I think like as we're gonna talk like just in a second that Landon's not even like talking to his girls. He's all about that work.
That was interesting to hear because his girls basically went at him. At least one of them did, and
Yeah,
they all kind of agreed that he's not asking them about themselves or something. So that's an interesting situation that you really don't see because I guess we're on what episode 3 or 4, and yeah, like there's 4 farms you're splitting, so we're not even seeing that much stuff. But
yeah.
he's
There's a
ignoring them.
lot of things that could like divvy up in an hour or 45 minutes.
Yeah, and
But yeah,
Zoe straight calls him out. I was actually surprised he didn't like send her home because she was
yeah,
pretty
I'm surprised
possessive.
too. Yeah, if that was Zach, she'd be gone.
Yeah.
So it's just like again, like the total of the difference in shows, and it to me it makes I feel a little, it feels a little more genuine or authentic to me because these guys are just kind of clueless of like what to do. Like they're trying to find someone, and like Landon doesn't even know what he's like, what to talk about, who to talk to. He's just getting like five girls
Yep.
just ganging up on him. They're like he's going to be the guest in his own house soon.
Yeah. I mean, these guys are used to just living alone on a farm, so
Right. Right.
I can relate. I don't know how to talk to girls.
Sorry, we got to get you on the Bachelor. Okay. So we had our first interruption of the season. So this usually happens on like 15 minutes into the Bachelor, but I always think this is a major moment in these dating shows where there's men or women are completely outnumbered. Kirsten interrupts Kelsey, and they kind of, I don't remember if she said it or if there was a narration where like when somebody said like whenever somebody gets pulled by a guy, one of the other girls is like really jealous, and like they showed her as soon as she turned around, she was like staring at him from the distance, like jealous. But like again, like Farmer
I
Allen,
think
man, he's like kind of like a stiff board.
I think they were all caught very off guard by that too, because I guess this isn't The Bachelor, so that hasn't been happening. Like
Right.
this is probably the first time that's happened on the whole thing, and at least that
Definitely.
was where somebody has to steal somebody from someone else on a date.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny. Yeah, she was not happy about that, and I don't think Alan was happy about it either. So
Yeah. I mean, they're just not used to like, I just don't think they're used to being like a hot commodity, the dudes.
mhm.
So like you said, they're used to being alone and hanging out with like farm animals.
Yeah, and Alan, like you said, he's a stiff board. So like Cassidy Joe even asked to kiss him, and he's like, "Nah, I'm not ready
Yeah.
yet."
I'm not ready yet.
So
She
so
was
that was
going
kind of
in. She's like, I want
interesting.
to kiss you. She should have
Yep.
just planted it, honestly. But that
Mhm.
probably would have sent her home.
Probably. I'm wondering why that was interesting that he turned her down. I guess I guess he could have awkwardly fumbled his way through it, but instead he just straight up like was like, "Nah."
Yeah.
Because
And that's like the
if a girl's
girl. That's,
asking to kiss you,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
the green light. You don't have to, instead of him awkwardly like, "Oh, should I kiss her? Should I not kiss her?" on his own.
Right. And she even was like, yeah, I'm living in your world. Like,
Hmm.
so you make the
He
rules
is.
here. She's the one who was on his first 24-hour date. So like
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised. Like he could have been like, hey, let's just take a walk and then kiss. Like I understand if you don't want to kiss in front of other people. I totally get that. But I mean, you could have just like walked away for like just around the barn or wherever they are and just like do a quick little smooch.
I guess I'm surprised they didn't kiss on that 24-hour date and then, just build from there. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't think there's gonna be that much kissing, man, except on in North Carolina for Ryan.
Hmm.
It's the only place it's going down. So like you said, Cassie Joe with the kiss, she's like very surprised. Like she says like she's never been like turned down. I'm sure that's going to be like a thing here. And you brought this up in pre-show. Ryan gives Sarah a rose. He thinks he's completely off camera, and it looks like he's kissing her. And like
Yeah,
they're
he's
doing
he's
like their
kissing her.
hats are blocking them and stuff like that.
So Sarah is actually the same girl that he I think tried to sneaky kiss last episode, where they were like
Oh, on the
walking
walk.
food down from like one barn to another, and
Okay,
he
yeah,
stuck a
you're right.
kiss behind a tree. And yeah, I think yeah. So and on this one too, he tried to kiss her and give her the rose, and he's like, "Hey, I wanted to do this off camera," and she's like, "We're on camera, buddy." And he's like,
Everything's on
"Oh
camera, man.
crap." Yeah, and then yeah, so I think she might be I don't know,
Front
the
runner.
sleeper winner pick. Yeah, because she's getting some private time, or at least trying to.
Yeah. Hey, good for him, man. He's exploring all his options, and like you got to appreciate that on a show where he's not like being like a makeout bandit. He's just they're not like yeah, like he doesn't seem like he's being like super aggressive.
I think he's only kissed her and then the other girl that he had the one-on-one with, or
Yeah, I
the
think you're right.
overnight.
Yeah, you're right. Was it Haley?
Yes, yeah, Haley. Which is kind of funny is they the first dates an overnight in the fantasy suites for these farmers, from 2 weeks ago, but
Right.
the Bachelor they do it at the end.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure they do. Okay, so another major point in this episode, Talia, they kind of were giving her a couple confessionals here and there. She's like, I don't think this is one of the ones who was talking to Hunter, getting stonewalled. And like throughout that point and to this point, she's like, I don't think I'm connecting with him. Like classic, like foreshadowing, like she's gone. And her and Hunter, she pulls Hunter, they have a conversation. I think like he was pretty honest with her, like didn't like totally like kill her vibe. Like he was just like, look, I'm making connections. I have other connections that are stronger, and we're on such a short schedule. Like I don't know how many episodes are in the show, so maybe it is like maybe it's gonna be probably less than The Bachelor. Maybe it's like 8, could be
Yeah.
6 or 8. I just don't know. And he said like we're probably past that point where anything could come from it. So she goes home.
Mhm. Yeah, that's kind of how it seems like he felt, but maybe wasn't like fully acknowledging those thoughts or feelings until she brought it up to him, and he's like, "Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I agree. You should probably just leave." And then after she left, he went and told the other girls that she's like, "Yeah, she didn't think she was connecting with me, so she wanted to go." And
Yeah,
then
a
kind of
little.
like blamed it on her a little bit.
He twisted it a little
Yeah,
bit to make himself look a little better.
yeah.
But I mean, they'll have to watch it back, and then who knows? I doubt
I
the
mean,
show will have a reunion where they could
it's
talk
not
about
it's not a big deal. She was probably last on his list. They didn't connect as
it.
much
Right.
together.
Yeah.
Whatever. Goodbye.
Yeah. I'm sure the girls that are left don't care that he sent, and why she left, they don't care because it's just like ups the percentage of them being picked. So, like I said in the beginning of the episode, the farmers get to pick a solo date, and Farmer Allen chooses Kelsey, who was interrupted. So he won. Like they kind of give like a mini speech. I don't really, honestly, none of it was like that groundbreaking. But Farmer
Well,
Allen
oh,
chooses Kelsey. What?
it was just kind of funny because he's like, yeah, since me and Kelsey got interrupted earlier,
Yeah,
I'm gonna take her again.
you're
And
right.
so the girl, Kirsten, she's probably feeling like absolute crap that she's like, oh, I interrupted him, and now he's picking the other girl. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I wonder if
He's
like
like,
the beginning of next week, she'll be like in her own head.
yeah, she'll probably get herself sent home next week too, just like Talia, because he didn't want to get interrupted from Kelsey, and then he's like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
let's get her back.
So Farmer Allen chooses Kelsey. Farmer Hunter chooses Stephanie, and like we said, this was the girl that was sitting next to Hunter, and next to him was Talia, like actually giving her the time of day, not giving Talia the time of day. So clearly he likes her. Farmer Ryan chooses Lily, and Farmer Landon chooses Kylie. And Kylie was very, very surprised. I honestly think anybody on that bench or that bench would have been surprised because they like we said, they grilled into him like you need to start. Like, do you actually want to be here?
Mm-hmm.
Usually that's like the reverse. Like the lead says that to the contestants, and this time it's like they're the contestants are ganging up on the lead. So we'll see. I'm sure they'll like address it. He'll probably have like a heart like in something the next episode where he's like, I've been thinking about it and take
I
every
think he likes Kylie the most, so we'll see if he progresses
yeah,
that relationship
yeah,
or
for
kisses
sure.
her or anything. Because when he like the first episode she was on, he like called her a Disney princess, and I think was super like attracted to her. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested because I mean every episode, like I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what they're gonna do these dates or just put them. They're shoveling crap at the like they were in the beginning of this episode. Where are you at on the show? Like, what's your temperature?
Um, the first, I mean, I don't know. I watched this episode and was just kind of like a little bored. Like I guess it was just nothing great. It wasn't as good as I guess the first episode, just because the first episode was like the first one. You're getting a new show, but now I'm just kind of like, it is what it is.
Right.
So nothing stands out to me as being a great TV show. It's just like something to
No.
watch.
Yeah,
So
no, I mean it's interesting. I still like it, but yeah, it's not on like the levels of like great shows that we watch. But I mean, it's good. I'm
mhm.
still gonna stick with it. It's interesting. Maybe it'll pick
Yeah,
up.
I got really grossed out though when they were on Ryan's farm when they were shoveling poop, and the one girl was like just saying that you got to separate the horse bedding from the poop with the shovel, and then
Mhm.
they proceeded to Lily and Ryan throw horse bedding into each other's like hair and clothes, which is basically
Yeah,
ripped up
I wonder
pine
if that.
straw or whatever that has shit all over it.
Yeah, I doubt that was stuff in the poop, but I could see how you feel that way because it is everything
It's
around
like,
there is
oh,
gonna smell.
I picked poop out of it. Now it's clean, and I'm gonna throw it in your face.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
I was like,
for
nope,
sure.
nope, nope.
So make sure that's going to be it for us today. Make sure to check out our March Madness tournament that's going on right now. We have the second leg of the Sweet 16 going on. So Elite Eight will be Saturday and Sunday. We also have The Bachelor, we have Survivor, we have Jersey Shore, tons of other shows that are we probably have like one or at least two a day. So make sure to check out that. And we appreciate you guys watching, liking, and commenting. So for myself and Brett, thank you. See you.
Deuces.